नमस्कार दोस्तों, हर संडे की तरह आज आपके साथ आज जुड़ गया हूँ। ये मेरा तीसरा वीडियो है। मैं कुर्ग में आया हूँ, क्लब महिंद्रा हॉलीडे रिसोर्ट में, और 3-4 दिन के लिए यहाँ पे रहने वाला हूँ। तो मैंने सोचा यार 2-3 सब्जेक्ट्स के बारे में मैं यहीं पे वीडियो बना दूँ। इट्स लिटिल क्लाउडी इन कुर्ग, showers are not there, but then beautiful environment, cool, pleasant, and therefore while doing this video few thoughts come to my mind about our sector, urban cooperative banking sector. I have always been giving something for the sector with the intention that you be prepared for the onslaught of changes that are likely to come. You know, a few days ago Reserve Bank of India announced certain things, certain important things, and we urban cooperative bankers need to capture as to what is coming from Reserve Bank of India. I personally feel that this is nothing but another notebandi that is likely to come. Why do I say so? Just look at the couple of things which I would like to share with you. Do you know that 2016, the demonetization episode which we all faced literally failed to achieve its objective in certain parameters. Certain parameters were used properly because if you look at the numbers, out of 14 lakh odd currency notes, almost 98-99% notes came back into the system. There was a fond hope then that a lot of black money was burned. The numbers are not known because the controversial information which I have is not worth sharing, because it is believed that almost 3 to 4 lakh crore notes which were not in the balance sheet of the Reserve Bank of India were also burnt out. 2016 onwards we started becoming digital, and one of the greatest advantage that COVID rendered for the country was that हम लोग डिजिटल हो गए. 3000 lakh crores digital transactions in 2021 is enormous. And before I talk anything about the new notebandi that is likely to come, let me tell you, we have all become digital. India is having more than 100 crore smart mobile phones. We have a population of around 140 crores. Leave aside the children and kids who are not using the banking facility in the range of 25 to 30 crores. It would mean that almost 85 to 90% population is having smartphones. We always have started, after sitting in COVID at home, we started doing financial transactions digitally. We have PhonePe, we have Paytm, we have UPI, so on and so forth. Even couple of small finance banks and service providers like Amazon started giving you money transfer facilities at ease because of the technology. All are linked to NPCI and UPI. And the recent RBI announcement forces me to conclude that we are heading for another notebandi. Why this notebandi is occurring, or why this notebandi is, I call this a notebandi. Let's not call it a notebandi in true sense. It's a currency bandi. Banking is likely to change tremendously. आपके ब्रांच में वो जो कैशियर बैठता है ना, वो क्या करेगा आगे जाके पता नहीं चल रहा है. He will have no job. The way things are moving on, it appears that the branch banking will undergo a sea change in a couple of years, rather couple of months. You all know that Bitcoin or the cryptocurrency was vehemently opposed by Reserve Bank of India. Why it was opposed? क्योंकि ये करेंसी का बाप कौन है ये पता ही नहीं चलता था. Then in this year's budget, somewhere in February 1st rather, Nirmala Sitharaman announced that they are going for a digital currency. Now let's not confuse with digital currency and cryptocurrency or bitcoins. They are totally different. Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, the ownership is not there, but in digital currency ownership will be there. If you look at the evolution of money right from barter exchange to today, it has transformed into different kind of commodities, different kind of commodities. We popularly had initially the barter exchange, then the coins came up, subsequently the paper currency came up, so on and so forth. This evolution is going forward and is now becoming digital. Reserve Bank of India recently issued a concept paper on digital currency or digital note or digital e-rupee is what the concept they are talking about. Of course, the guidelines are yet to come because they are working out on systems and processes which would fall in place. Why this was necessary is a key thing we must understand. For the past 2 or 3 years, you will find bankers across the country are facing shortage of 2000 rupees notes. And in fact, Reserve Bank of India almost 2 years ago stopped printing 2000 rupees notes. What was the reason? Reason is a couple of reports which are appearing in the newspaper media, which says that almost 9.20 lakh crore currency is missing. Missing in what sense? It is with the people, but it is not traceable. It is not traceable. And then there are some 80,000 fake 500 rupees currency notes. The number could be much more. And you will find that recently in Surat, some 300 crore 2000 rupees fake notes were captured by the Surat police. Now with this fake currency which are still in circulation, the quantum is not estimatable. You cannot have exact quantum as to what is the fake currency. Perhaps in your pocket or in my pocket, there would be a 2000 rupee note or a 500 rupee note which could be fake, which could not be genuine. So the purpose of demonetization that was done in 2016 is not serving its purpose now. So what are the options? The Government of India has been working on this idea for the past 2 or 3 years along with Reserve Bank of India. And then came the Finance Minister's announcement that the digital currency will be there by the end of 2022. Accordingly, the concept paper has come. Now this digital rupee will have all the promises which legal tender would be. I promise to pay the bearer of this note rupee 1, rupee 10, rupee 20, whatever that promises which are printed on our currency notes. This e-rupee will always have status of legal tender. That being the story, how the banking is likely to change in the days to come. Of course, I will be making a separate video on digital currency, central bank digital currency, CBDC. Now, how this currency would be issued, floated, and there are already the concept paper says that there would be 2 segments. One is for a retail segment where the individual to individual money transfer could take place, and a wholesale where interbank transactions would be through this digital currency. This is one of the measures to control the back money, one of the measures. As soon as it stabilizes, आपको ये सोचना है कि आप पॉकेट में पैसे नहीं लेके जाओगे. You will carry money in mobile. With money in your mobile, the chances of fake currency is eliminated. Secondly, government wants that all the financial transactions are tracked and trapped for the purpose of taxation. Now, when we talk of 9,21,000 currency notes not in the market, they are hoarded, and you find a lot of politicians are coming out with huge stacks of currency notes. What happened in Bengal, what happened in Delhi, what happened in Lucknow. I mean, these are few examples to quote for. Now, with these examples, it's as simple as that the paper currency is being hoarded by spurious people with the intention that they make or they avoid taxes, payment to the government. Secondly, one of the interesting point one of the economists made in a recent time was that ये जो मंदी की मार पूरे देश में चल रही है, उससे भारत को ज़्यादा तकलीफ नहीं हो रही है. क्यों नहीं हो रही है ज़्यादा तकलीफ? उसकी वजह ये है, वी हैव ब्लैक मनी एंड द पीपल हु आर हैविंग ब्लैक मनी. आपके जेब में कितने पैसे आप मुझे बताओगे? नहीं बताओगे. मेरे जेब में कितने पैसे मैं भी आपको नहीं बताऊंगा. द मोमेंट मैं नहीं बताऊंगा, आप नहीं बताओगे, इज curtailed, cut short. Once it is digitized, once the e-rupee is digitized, it's extremely important that your money is accounted for 2-3 reasons: how much money you hold, and then whether it is from the proper source, then the taxation implications would appear simple. One of these reasons where the digital currency is being promoted is simply because we have failed to arrest the fake note. Although the stone pelting in Kashmir has stopped, because it was believed that that was one of the reasons where 500 rupees notes were circulated. Why people are popular with 500 rupees notes? Because they are easy in election campaign. 2000 rupees nobody distributes, but if you have 500 rupees, you are in a position to distribute that. Once this is stopped, once everything is digitalized, the money that you are having when you are paying it to someone else will be accounted for. The money will be in the mainstream banking, which is currently not there. Now, recently, two to 3 days ago, some 34 lakh Swiss bank account details were shared by the Swedish government. What is all this happening? This is all simply because we are having a parallel economy which is not taken into consideration while evaluating our GDP or while evaluating our total assets, total net worth. There are too many people who are saying that अगर ये parallel economy में जो पैसा है ना, आज जो हम 5 नंबर पे हैं, fifth largest economy जो हम लोग 5 नंबर पे है, वो शायद 1 नंबर पे चले जाएंगे. वो अगर हम 1 नंबर पे चले जाना चाहते हैं, if we want that, we want to be a $5 trillion economy, we want that we should be the first in the world, this black money has to stop. Now, with digital currency, there would be steps in the days to come, in the years to come, where this will be arrested, this will be stopped. So, digital currency, this is one story of digital currency for the purpose of which it is being used, but how it is going to impact the banking, how it is going to impact the urban cooperative banks. Mind you, all your cashiers would be displaced. Displaced in what sense? Their job profile will undergo huge change. In fact, the people who come to branch for banking will not have to come. So, what kind of banking it will be? Whether the banks will be essential? Yes, they would be. Because the erstwhile Fed chief Ben Bernanke got Nobel Prize 2 days ago. On 10th of October, he got Nobel Prize. For what? He evaluated the 1930 recession crisis, how the causes and impact, and one of the paper which earned him laurels is that why we need banking. Banking will undergo tremendous change. Now, this change will come, this is a change that is starting in India, where your branch banking will undergo change. In what sense? Transaction sense. People will not come to withdraw cash, people will not come to withdraw deposits. What for the cashiers are there for? Now, this is the change which I am trying to share. I will be making a separate video on a detailed analysis once it comes from the Reserve Bank of India as to how the digital currency would be used. Currently, they have made 2 parts of digital currency. One is retail, the other is wholesale, which I told you. But then these are the things which we must be aware of. We must be willing to look ahead and see the changes. Probably there will be a role change, job change within branch banking. Now, you go for a branch banking with a 1200 square feet premises, that won't be the necessity. Perhaps 3 or 4 people would be enough because everything will be digital. Then why do you need a detailed branch banking setup in the current position which we are having? This is what I feel about the latest guidelines, latest paper for discussion which has been placed by Reserve Bank of India. Reading paper is very interesting. Do read that paper. Reading paper, I find that we are not prepared for this change. This video is only for that keep an eye on the developments which are coming up. Ensure that you are ready, your team is ready for the changes in the branch banking setup or overall banking setup that is likely to come up. Be ready. I will be sharing whatever I feel with you so as to prepare you to face the turbulent times in banking. Thank you for watching. If you like my video, please do subscribe, please do share, tell your friends, and I give my email so that you can send your comments there, and you can disagree with what I say. You have full right to disagree with me, because this is my thought process. I try to share it with you with the simple reason that you should be ready for any eventuality. Thank you so much. Thank you for watching.